The tale of the so-called Philadelphia experiment, a purported event around October 28, 1943, at the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard, originated from an ex-merchant mariner, Carl M. Allen. The story revolves around the U.S. Navy's alleged attempt to make a destroyer escort, the USS Eldridge, disappear and the bizarre outcomes in late 1955. Allen surfaced his account through a series of handwritten annotations and letters referring to this event addressed to a U.S. Navy research organization and a UFO author, however, his narration is widely debunked as a hoax, with contradictory versions running rife in paranormal literature and popular cinema. The U.S. Navy declares that no such experiment ever happened and that the physics claimed to underpin the event are non-existent. The story gained momentum when Allen anonymously sent a book, The Case for the UFO, Unidentified Flying Objects by Morris K. Jessup, filled with handwritten notes in 3 different shades of blue ink, to the U.S. Office of Naval Research. These notes appeared to be a debate among 3 individuals discussing alien races, propulsion of flying saucers, and concern over Jessup's discovery of their technology. Interestingly, Allen soon started sending letters to Jessup, even using the name Carlos Miguel Allende, warning him not to investigate the levitation of UFOs. He recounted a tale of perilous science based on Albert Einstein's unpublished theories, asserting that a scientist named Franklin Raynaud executed these theories in the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard experiment. According to Allen, he witnessed the event while serving on the S. Andrew Furuseth, where the destroyer escort was not only made invisible, but also teleported inexplicably to Norfolk, Virginia, before reappearing in the Philadelphia yard. As the Special Projects Officer, Hoover's investigation of various publications dispelled the substance behind the alleged invisibility experiment. Meetings with Austin N. Stanton, president of Varro Manufacturing Corporation, aroused his interest in the subject, leading to the company producing duplicates of Jessup's annotated book, also known as the Varro edition. Jessup, despite attempts, was unable to publish further works on UFOs and tragically died by suicide in 1959. Those who sought further information from Carl Allen were faced with bland or absent responses. His family, however, painted a different picture, dubbing him an erratic yet brilliant mind. The story of the experiment gained larger visibility through author Vincent Gaddis's 1965 book titled Invisible Horizons: True Mysteries of the Sea, a novel in 1978 by George E. Simpson and Neil R. Berger titled Thin Air connected the wartime invisibility experiments to a conspiracy of matter transmission technology. The narrative later grew when Charles Berlitz, known for his bestseller Bermuda Triangle, and ufologist William L. Moore published The Philadelphia Experiment, Project Invisibility, offering an account of strange occurrences, lost unified field theories by Albert Einstein, and government concealments. They also detailed the mysterious involvement of experimenter and then Navy technician Thomas Townsend Brown in one of the chapters. This intriguing narrative was adapted into a 1984 time travel film, The Philadelphia Experiment. Alfred Bielek in 1989 claimed to have witnessed the experiment aboard the USS Eldridge. He asserted that the film was accurate, along with additional details added through various media outlets. In various narratives surrounding this mysterious experiment claimed to be linked to military strategy. It suggested that researchers believed certain technologies could manipulate light around an object, making it invisible through refraction. Such a technique intrigued the Navy, inspiring them to sponsor the experiment due to potential military benefits. Other interpretations of the story suggest that the research was geared towards detecting gravitational and magnetic inconsistencies on the seafloor, a concept reportedly rooted in Einstein's quest to comprehend gravity. It is moreover alleged that similar covert experiments were taking place in Nazi Germany, with the rumored aim of discovering anti-gravity. These supposedly took place under the stewardship of S. Obergruppenführer Hans Kammler, yet no trustworthy sources confirm these assertions. In most versions of the narrative, USS Eldridge was purportedly furnished with necessary technology at the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard, with tests commencing in the summer of 1943. The outcome was claimed to be partially successful. One test supposedly warped Eldridge into near invisibility, with onlookers mentioning a green fog in its place. However, crew members reportedly suffered intense post-experiment nausea. Bizarrely, allegations of crew members reappearing embedded in the ship's metallic structure, including one whose hand was lodged in the steel hull, emerged, others supposedly spiraled into madness. There are also claims that at the Navy's behest, the goalpost was shifted to develop a stealth technology that could shield USS Eldridge from radar detection. Other accounts pinpoint October 28, 1943 as the date of a miraculous experiment in which Eldridge didn't just vanish. It relocated over 200 miles instantly, appearing in Norfolk, Virginia. This was before it mysteriously vanished once more and rematerialized back in Philadelphia. These tales are often accompanied by ghastly side effects suffered by the crew members, some being physically merged with the ship's structure, while others grappled with mental illnesses, had their bodies inverted, or simply disappeared. Speculation also exists that the crew was brainwashed to prevent the leaks of the alleged experiment. Historian Mike Dash indicates a dearth of amateur research into the Philadelphia experiment, with many authors merely embellishing the tale. Furthermore, notions of the literature and key sources being overly dramatic and lacking factual underpinnings persist. Despite this, Berlitz's and Moore's account of the event, despite facing plagiarism accusations, reportedly incorporates factual references such as a scientist's interview transcript. In a 1980 article in Fate magazine, Robert Gorman linked the primary story of the Philadelphia experiment to Carl Meredith Allen of New Kensington, Pennsylvania, who was known as Carlos Allende or Carl Allen. Allen, who was known to have a psychiatric disorder, was a family friend of Gorman's. Allen was known for his strange writings and almost fantastical claims, which Gorman later speculated were a result of his mental health condition. The narrative of the Philadelphia experiment became suspect, considering factual details. The alleged experiment was said to take place in October 1943 on the USS Eldridge, a ship that wasn't commissioned until August of that year and remained in New York City until September. Despite the inconsistency, proponents of the experiment suggest the ship's logs may have been doctored or remain classified. Some point out that U.S. Hammond could have been the real ship involved in the alleged experiment. The Office of Naval Research, in a 1996 statement, debunked claims of experimental investigation into radar invisibility in 1943 or any other time for that matter, reiterating that it didn't even exist until 1946. It dismissed the Philadelphia experiment as mere science fiction, further discrediting the experiment. Navy veterans who served on the USS Eldridge told a Philadelphia newspaper in 1999 that the ship had never docked in Philadelphia. Jacques Vallée, a researcher, pointed to a procedure carried out on the USS Engstrom, which was alongside the USS Eldridge in 1943. This procedure generated a powerful electromagnetic field on the ship to make it invisible or undetectable to magnetically fused underwater mines and torpedoes, a technology developed by Canadian Commander Charles F. Goodeve. Vallée speculated that over time, accounts of the USS Engstrom's procedures may have been misunderstood and subsequently conflated with the Philadelphia experiment story.